They said gray paved the way, changed the rain, released the pain, least you sane, getting paid, trend setting, brighter days, doper rap, tighter sets, high in Delhi, I'm a fighter jet, journey.
MLW fans, what's really hood? It's the OG Boricua Don Dada, AK Chef, the man of a million AKAs. I'm here with none other than my brother from another mother, Mr. Muffins Martinez. My brother, how are you doing today? Because Monday we had a not so good day.
Yeah, so far so good, brother. You know, I'm here living it up.
That's what I'm talking about. Listen, Muffins likes to say that we got to figure out the summer because he's going to be on his Fatboy summer shit.
Yes, sir.
Listen, we had Fury Road, which to me, Fury Road was a banger, right? Like, there were two matches that I was like, but the whole show to me was fucking fire. BRG, J. Chris. Now, myself, Muffins, we watched Impact Wrestling. We seen J. Chris do his thing with OVE. And, you know, he was kind of behind Sami Callihan for a long time, and now he's kind of ventured into his own character, and he's doing his thing. We know what we're going to get out of J. Chris, right? We know he's a great wrestler. We know what he does. We like his character work. But BRG, now I'm being extremely biased, but nobody could tell me that BRG didn't look like he's bigger in MLW than what he previous was because of the J. Chris match. Both guys went all out. Yes, J. Chris might have won the fight. BRG won the war, right? Like, he put the beats to him. He knows how to get that crowd to hate him. This young guy is going to be a great heel, and I love the match. And I really feel that J. Chris, being the veteran, allowed BRG to showcase his arsenal, and long enough where it wasn't like a back and forth. He let BRG get his. You know what I mean? And salute to J. Chris for that, because I really appreciated that. My brother, talk to me about BRG and J. Chris.
Yeah, well, we know J. Chris, like you said, from Impact Wrestling. You know, his brother, the Chris brothers, and then part of OBE for a long time there, Independence in there, and Impact for a while. Then he left. Then he came back. They got him again, you know, and then he was finally a free agent again, and he's in MLW. So we know what he brings to the table and what he could bring to the match. But like you said, BRG, man, slowly but surely he keeps climbing that ladder of relativity where people begin to notice him now. You know, he was in those weird 6-man tag matches to start the shows, and then when our girl, what's her name? The other one.
Who?
The one that she could sing.
Becca.
When Becca was there, and you know, he was Becca's boyfriend, and then when Becca got injured, they kind of pushed him away, and now they would say that Steel again, and then you go like, oh man, now he's gonna be like the shopping partner or stuck with WTF, but he's actually been building a nice niche by himself, you know, and doing his thing. So hopefully he gets to get that shine. And if WTF actually gets to break up in the future, he gets to go on his own, or if he's still part of the group, you know, he'll be that nice wrestler. I mean, because I already saw that he's already entered his name into the Battle Riot.
Yep.
I mean, so he's definitely going to be there. So, I mean, right now, MLW hit us with the Azteca Lucha. Then a week later, they hit us with Fury Road. And then this weekend, they're putting Fury Road back, but this time on Being Sports. So if you didn't see on YouTube, you get to see it on Being Sports. And then next week is the Battle Riot, which is going to be free on YouTube. So, you know, a little momentum here and there for MLW. So, I mean, some of these guys better start showing out.
Yeah, I mean, like, and salute to Alex Kane, right? Because he's become the new face of MLW. That's not a surprise. You sit back, you go, okay, the Hammerstone and Fatu era is done. It's gone.
Yes.
So then you get Alex Kane. Yeah, you get Alex Kane. He starts doing this thing, and you're sitting back saying, who's the other guy? And to me, it's Ikuro and quickly becoming BRG as well. Those two guys, I mean, of course, Matt Riddle's going to get it because he's Matt Riddle, but these two young guys are making a serious name for themselves in MLW. You know,
don't forget Kruger.
It is what it is.
The whole Contra unit right now, they're the number one heel group there now. So out of all the different heel groups, the thing now he's the one that's the Contra unit is like the heel group now and taking over. You know, we have 4 years of Hammerstone and Fatu. So now this is like a new era for MLW with all those guys now being gone. So
I mean, I'm excited for it. Like I said, we're big fans of BRG because we see a high ceiling.
The potential is there.
Yes, absolutely. Now the transition, because the second match was what we were just talking about with Akira versus Bobby Fish, right? So a lot of, I guess, like, what do you call it, like technical wrestling with the grapples and all that other shit. Yeah, absolutely. If you're like pure wrestling fan, you're gonna love this, right? It's not all the super high flying, crazy spot fest shit. But at the end of this match, now I'm not just trying to cut the whole thing off. I'll let you talk about it. Akira goes to shake, like put his hand out to get shake, but he does some kind of like weird gyrating thing, and I was like, "What the fuck was that about?" And then, you know, Bobby Fish was like, "Yo, go fuck yourself, Spider." Like, so I mean, I don't know what Akira was doing, but once again, Akira has another big match versus another big name, and he shows out. So you sit back and you go, okay, this is what we wanted from Akira. We don't need all that extra crazy deathmatch shit. Give us this week in, week out, and showcase I'm that guy. I don't need props to be that guy. I already am good enough in ring where I don't have to use all that crazy shit. Akira, Bobby Fish, what was your take? Talk to me about this.
Love the match. Bobby Fish, big time name out there, free agent, one half of Red Dragon. Everybody knows that. The man does his thing. He looked good. He looked in shape. So I like that. And we got to see the Akira that I like. The one that actually knows how to wrestle and can wrestle. We don't need to see 5 buckets of blood every single time and glass and boards and stuff like that. You know, you work in the indies, keep that nonsense in the indies. Come here and wrestle here in MLW. I like the Akira, the wrestler. All the whole thing with the calling every week or every 2 weeks was the same thing, the same, you know, it was after a while, it gets boring. You know, you're just like, okay, enough is enough. You don't have to bleed every match. So I appreciate this, and it shows that Akira can actually be a wrestler and actually wrestle and actually have moves to wrestle instead of just being a hardcore, you know, Terry Funk, Mick Foley guy and, you know, be bleeding half a pint every match. So this was a free blood match. So I was happy about this one. So for that one, I give it 2 thumbs up on that one because it was a free blood match.
Yeah, and who was it that we first seen Akira? Oh man, Rocky Romero, right? Where
the first time I saw him wrestle,
like, and we were like, "Oh shit!" Right? Like, fucking Akira's nice. Yeah. So now we get another big time match out of Bobby Fish, and you're like, "Fucking give us this Akira. Let us get behind this Akira where we don't need all the extra shit." And then we're not, listen, get your bag however you're going to get it. Like me and Muffins will always say, we want longevity for people's careers, no gimmick stuff. We'd rather see you longer than shorter. Akira's on a high speed ladder to the top because he just keeps winning and putting himself in prime position. Now, this is crazy. We kind of talked about the 3 people we've seen projected wise. Alex Kane winds up being the 3rd match, which we kind of talked about these 3 guys in an order. I'm an AJ Francis fan. I like AJ Francis, right? Like, I like he talks shit and stuff like that. I'm already over the AJ Francis MLW thing. He's always just doing a promo. He's never really around. He's had like 1 match. So he's going to go call out a hole, whatever Alex Kane's going to do. You know, it's what he does, the call out thing. And some random guy we've never seen before And salute to A Game because he's from Manhattan. Salute, you know, it is what it is. You know, I followed him as soon as I found out he's really from New York. You get the instant follow. He comes out and he gets instantly annihilated. I mean, Alex Kane doesn't even allow him to get into the ring. Alex Kane goes out there, starts whooping his ass. Fucking, I mean, this was redheaded stepchild stuff. You know what I mean? He put the beats to him. Mr. Thomas is talking greasy.
Yeah, you know, Kane felt offended because that was one of the guys from the Bomaye club or whatever crew that turned on him and left with AJ Francis. So he felt offended, and you know, he, like you said, he treated him like a stepchild. Okay, you know, you want to go with the big man. Now I'm going to teach you what he can't teach you, and what I never taught you. So I'm going to teach you a beating, and that's what he did. And I like how it was perfectly done because as soon as the match ended, the guy gave the phone to AJ Francis, like there, you know, because you know this shit was taped somewhere else.
Oh
but
yeah,
it came out. It looked like it was like right there, like real time. And now what type of match we gonna get now at Battle Royal?
Oh, it's like a tribunal. It's like the Wakanda thing. I forgot the name between.
Okay, we call it that.
Warmonger.
We call it that the Wakanda match. We call it the Wakanda Tribunal match for leadership of the Bomaye club. So that's what it is, the Wakanda match. So we're gonna see that at Battle Riot between Kane and AJ Francis. Now, hopefully, like you said, this will be the typing or the topping on the cake where Kane defeats him and gets, you know, leadership of the whole Bomaye club like it's supposed to. And then we say thank you, AJ Francis, for the 2 months you were here, bringing some eyes. You know, you're doing that the same thing in Impact, you're doing the same thing in N.W.A, you're doing the something in GCW. You already have enough caps on your feather. So, you know, go do that stuff somewhere else, man. You know, have fun. But we thank you. You know, you did the Matt Cardona thing. You brought some eyes over. You did your job. We'll see you again in the future. So
yeah, and I mean, now my only question to you about this is whoever wins the Wakanda match, which is going to probably be it's got to be Alex Kane. It's in Atlanta. That's his hometown.
Yes.
But if he's the leader of Bomaye Fight Club, and these guys are part of Bomaye Fight Club, even though we've never seen them before, as soon as he wins this match, do we actually get a group Bomaye Fight Club, or do we get nothing again?
Dude, our hope is nothing, because that way he'll fire all those guys who turned on him. And and just say, Bomaye Club was always my thing anyway, so I never lost what was mine. So who knows, bro? Like, really, who knows?
All right, so
yeah, who knows?
Match of the night. To me, this is match of I had a tie for match of the night. Mads Kruger and Matthew Justice. Now, me and you are not big hardcore wrestling fans.
This one was good.
But this shit was insane. First off, I don't even know what Matthew Justice stuck into his chest. Like the metal joint that stuck there. He busted his
forehead.
Dude, that shit was insane. At one point, he had to rip it off his own chest, right? Like the step thing. Yeah, I was watching it with my mom's. We were watching it. She was like, "This is the most craziest shit I've ever seen." So I'm like, okay, Mads Kruger is here, right? Like, we needed a big time match out of Mads Kruger to show I'm the face of the Contra unit, even though I still wish there was a voice of Contra unit. But he showcased his shit, and Matthew Justice fought his ass off. I like Matthew Justice. I said from everyone from SGC, I've always liked Matthew Justice. Matthew Justice went toe-to-toe with the Beast and kind of walked away, even though they were fighting backstage, and it was nuts, and some Sentai Death Squad guy got kicked down some fucking stairs. Dude, this shit was incredible. Mads Kruger, Matthew Justice, all this madness. And don't talk about the one who does her thing, because we'll talk about that in a minute.
Well, I dislike this type of matches. I'm not a big fan of it. It has its moments. This one had its moments, so I actually enjoyed this, and I actually enjoyed how they went into the crowd. So that was kind of awesome. that all around there was a bunch of kids hanging around and running out of the way and stuff like that. So that's just the Latino people like scatter quick, and that right there, the jokes could write itself when you saw them scatter. We don't have to say the jokes here, but seeing that, a lot of jokes came into my head when I saw all the Latinos. Oh yeah, here we go. So yeah, but we don't have to mention it because all the jokes write itself. But when you say when Justice went over the ready thing right to the table, that shit was crazy. When they went to the back and everybody's getting kicked down the stairs, and then we get to see the big surprise, which we'll talk about that later. That was the shocker to me of the night. But yeah, I mean, the match delivered. I mean, the fans were going crazy for it. They loved it, and that's what you want to do, man. You want to bring the fans and make them feel like they're part of something. You got them out there. They did their shit with the two guys did their stuff, and the match sold. And Contract Unit reigned supreme. So
at this point, what we were
stands tall.
Yeah, what we were talking about, we got excited when they had the massive Contra Unit flag when you see them come back. Ikuro Kwon comes back. So you're like, and we kept saying we need something big. This has to keep going. And through who, like I said, I'm going to drop a second one. But who joins? And this match keeps showcasing Contra Unit going forward. So I'm really excited about it. Now,
and they even mentioned that they're going to have a new member of Contra Unit that's going to be in the Battle Riot. So we got a couple of things out of Contra Unit from this show.
Now I'm going to ask you. We'll probably do a show closer to Battle Riot. Who knows? If you had to pick one person, I know I kind of asked you before. I personally think it's either going to be Josef Samael, right? Or I think it might be your Veer Mahan guy. Because what do you call it? Court loves athletes, and you said he was like a real baseball player.
Yeah, baseball player, pitcher.
Yeah, so I think that it fits right up Court's alley with the whole athlete thing and everything. And I mean, they could definitely use that kind of person to fill in another slots to that. I would love for him to be a super soldier. I'm not saying you got to be the Iranian super soldier. I'll take Indian super soldier. I don't care, but I want another super soldier, and I want Veer Mahan.
Yeah, who knows? But, just to piss us off and throw a curveball, it'll probably be Matt Cardona.
Oh, no.
Just to piss us off. Just like, whatever. Just told us, just give him Mark Cardona there. You never know, man. You never know. I'm just saying, just to piss us off.
Would you be mad? Dude. Would you be mad if it's Stingray from Cobra Kai?
No, because it can't be him. Because they already announced him that he's going to be there. So, and when they show the figure, it's a non-person figure.
The silhouette.
The silhouette. So I'm hoping that means it's somebody that is not in MLW already, and it's actually somebody new from the outside. If it's somebody there from MLW, I'm going to be pissed.
Yeah,
I'll be mad.
I would be okay if it's one of the CMLL guys. I'd be okay with that. But I want his look to
actually,
change.
me too. Yes.
I'd be okay with that because you're into the Latino thing and everything, so it would make sense to me.
And then it'd be nice to then bring the Cobra flag, the Contra flag into CMLL on the Friday shows. Not the guy who, if it is a CML guy, coming out with the Contract Unit flag every Fridays of the matches, and then they be doing that big plug. This guy became a member of Contract Unit and MLW, dude. Because I'll be honest, the CMML thing that they did on Lucha Aztec that night, they Televisión Chicago ate it up. I mean, I've never seen so much promotion from MLW in one Latino channel ever. They were showing stuff from when they went to the museum. They were showing stuff from talking to interviews that they had with some of the wrestlers. dude, they were showing live feed from the super match, Super Azteca. They were showing live feed of those in the channel just to show you,
Wow.
female wrestlers are here tonight, and they were showing live feed wrestling of the wrestlers there. So the CML thing down in Chicago got a lot of eyes on MLW, and like I said, I've never seen this many eyes on MLW or anybody else other than WWE when they always do stuff like that, and you always see on ESPN, BR Sports, and stuff like that. They got a lot of eyes on the product just on this specific show there in Chicago. So kudos to Kurt Bauer and MLW, and God, I pray that nobody does anything stupid or racist to mess this up. And they are all professionals. It keeps showing this, man, because this can bring a nice partnership between them two.
Well, the one thing I'll say is I had a conversation with Alex Kane a little while ago, and he even told me, "Yo, I love the locker room. We're all together. It's a family." So I think that Alex Kane, being a former athlete, and we'll still call him an athlete because he's a professional wrestler, but I think that him taking that leadership, even at a young age, that locker room will react to him. You know what I mean? Like, I'm the guy. Let's make the best possibility going forward. You've seen him. We haven't seen Love Dub in a while, but he was pro Love Dub. There were a bunch of talents that came in that he kept bigging up. You know, like he, even to right now, him and BRG on social media have like a little spat going back and forth, and you know, it's helping BRG come along. Alex Kane is doing all the right things. We salute. You know, like I said, we are extremely biased with Alex Kane, but but also that the Spanish guy who runs, obviously Spanish, the guy who runs CMLL, wasn't he at the show this time?
Somebody was supposed to be there, but which I was surprised that they never did like a little special thing in the middle of the show like they do in other shows. Oh, you know, we'd like to take the time to introduce so and so from CMML. Let's bring them out. You know, talk a couple of questions, talk to the crowd in Spanish, have them go crazy. Somebody was there, but we never saw that person. So I don't know. I don't know what happened.
It might have been something.
Unless they're gonna do something that's gonna drop in the next couple of days on Twitter, like we've seen. But like I said, I saw the thing that they did with the museum with the kids, and they had a couple of CMML and a couple of MLW guys there, especially Kane was there. I saw the thing that they did with the interviews on the news that they had. So MLW definitely won this side of the partnership. If there's a partnership, they won this because it's eyes and it's positive eyes on the company. Nothing negative, it's all positive, which is the best thing you could do is bring positive eyes and bring eyes to your product.
Oh yeah, and I mean, I'm thinking because it was such a huge CMLL there, guys, that probably even maybe said, look, I don't need to be on TV, but just to monitor how MLW treated most of their roster. You know, it could have been something like that. Matt Riddle, Sami Callihan, a decent match. Like, I was kind of like, whatever. I think I'm already.
I was surprised it ended in a double count or disqualification.
Yeah. Which at this point we thought that Riddle would be on a trajectory of winning some kind of gold or something, and to have a double count out with Sami Callihan looks like they might be starting a feud. I don't know, but
we know Sami Callihan's work. He doesn't care if he wins or loses.
Yeah,
he wants to have a good match. Looks disgusting, beat somebody up, and do his job. So I don't think he ever. I think that he's one of the few talents that really doesn't care if he wins or loses the match,
which I'm cool with.
But the losses don't hurt him at all. Like losses, like whatever.
As long as he's in a
you don't hurt his character.
Yeah.
Like he's like the only guy I know. Like losses do not hurt his character. I'm like whatever. I can do my job.
He just wants to go out there, I guess, have a brawl. It's kind of like that bar friend. You have that one friend that goes to a bar, he always wants to get into a fight. And whatever happens, happens. That's Sami Callihan. So salute to Sami Callihan for not, being upset when he gets a bunch of losses. Put people over. Good shit.
Yeah.
Manders and Kojima. Another match, and I know you like Kojima. I'm okay. He's an old guy already. You know how I feel about dinosaurs. But this match did nothing for me. I watched this match and I was like, how's this the main event?
It was because it was for the title. So, I'm still upset that they supposedly WTF got jumped by Contra, and they lost the tag team belts, and it looks like, okay, we're gonna have a tag team title between Kojima guy and the other guy against SCU or whatever the hell they called
SGC.
For the titles, and it looked like, let's give the Japanese guys the titles because it's almost their time to end with us here. So that's what it looked more to me than that. Plus, what's the other guy's name? I cannot remember the other guy's name.
Who?
Japanese guy.
Well,
he's a free agent, so he doesn't work for in Japan anymore. So now he works more in Mexico in CMLL. So now he's always taking the tag team belt with him down there.
Who, the Sub-Zero guy?
Yeah, the other Japanese guy.
Okay.
So he works mostly now with Mexico now. So we get to see the belt. He's wearing the belt down in CMLL every Fridays now. So it's not being defended, but at least the belt is being shown with Mystico showing the belt too, because he has the middleweight, right? Or the open weight. Middleweight.
Yeah.
Middleweight.
No. He has they have the tag team and
No. I'm saying, and then Mystico.
Oh, Mystico has the
middleweight.
The middleweight.
So we get to see it in Mexico too. So,
which I'm good with, but like when you said Contra Unit beat up WTF, right?
Yep.
So you get Lawler gets into intensive care, ICU. They get stripped of the belts.
Yep.
And then he comes back to having a world title shot.
Which that makes no sense to me. Like he's getting a title shot out of Battleground or Battle Riot. Why?
Yeah. So why you strip the belts?
Like what? You just lost the belt. You should be going after the tag team belts. You should be seeking revenge for the guys that beat your ass up. But nah, I'm gonna put in the back burner and go get a title match that I don't deserve. But there's no really story as to why I deserve a title.
None.
Match in 2 weeks. But hey, what the hell?
And then
some of the things that I don't like about MLW, just throwing title matches out like it's just it's your turn. You get a title match. You get a title match, Chef.
Court Bowers, he's the new Oprah. You get a title match. Yeah. You get a title match.
You get a title shot.
And it's true, like what you said. If not for nothing, I'm not trying to make shit on some wild shit all the time. But if you send me to intensive care, storyline, obviously. You send me to intensive care and you're my homie, right? They beat the shit out of you. I come out of intensive care. First thing me and you should be wanting to do is go right after Contra Unit, right? Because I got to send one of you to the hospital. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care about a title shot. I got to really hurt one of you.
Yes.
So,
but no, I'm going to get a title shot. So, Chef, we're going to put our revenge tour on hold while I go to get this title shot. You sit there and rest. When I come back, either win or lose, then we'll go off the contract unit. Like, yeah.
Makes no sense.
Yeah.
So, listen, we held off one match for a specific reason. We didn't talk one thing for a specific reason. Listen, it's Wednesday, 5:04 p.m. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all know what it is. Like, subscribe, share, all that good shit. We're going to drop 2 more on you. Muffins Martinez, I'm out of here. Deuces.
Hello.